Hello survivors, and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. And in this video, well, we're going to go over the Champions Arena. And obviously Arena's been running for 2 weeks now, and it's run into some issues again. Unfortunately, it was running fairly smoothly this week. It seemed to be some of the changes were done that were pretty decent. They expanded the amount of teams you were facing. I still found it not to be that great, if I'm honest though, in terms of the amount of teams that I had, which were giving me basically no score, like 300s and 400s. I still don't understand how those teams would be in my division, but apparently they are. And then there were some teams that were giving me, 3,500. Now, when it comes to the Champions Arena, a lot of people had issues where they were in basically competing with thousands of other people rather than the 100 max that you're meant to really be competing against. There's obviously issues. This happened last week where people are competing against people in, let's say, the top diamond division, and they're in like platinum 3 or 4, in terms of there being no way they can compete against that sort of spending power, which is again kind of ridiculous. So another issue that has popped up as well is people unfortunately getting really duff teams, and I've had this a little bit where I'm getting like 4 or 5 star teams and getting, like I said, between the 250 and 500, 600 points. But some people have just been getting like one Bert, and the player's name is Rick, and they're getting 2 points for an attack, which is and that's all the teams they're facing, not just that one, one of them being like that. It's every single team they're facing. And I'm seeing some scores in arenas where that's the sort of score lines that they're getting, which doesn't make any sense. If I'm looking at my own arena right now, down in 42nd and 43rd place, these guys are getting those teams. These guys are getting the teams where they're getting 2 points, because you can't really score that low. It's impossible to score that low otherwise. I personally didn't have any issues in terms of the teams I faced. I did face some pretty good factions, good people, but I'm guessing that these aren't their best teams. It looks like defense teams aren't working here. They're some of the best characters I'm sure they've got, but it doesn't really make a team. I do think this is quite hard though, because it's draft arena. Weapons are trash on some of these characters. You're not getting any leader bonus, no mods, and you're coming up against S-class characters. It was very, very difficult at times. But it is nice to see that Champions Arena could potentially be something different each week. Maybe a 5-star Champions Arena would actually be really good, and I potentially want to go in on that. Personally, I think that if you have coin entries for Champions Arena, it no longer really makes it a Champions Arena. It isn't a Champions Arena if you can spend to get more entries in the actual tournament itself. The qualification is where you can spend to get more entries, not the actual tournament itself. Because if you look at the milestones, you only need to get this 6 entries milestone, 1 Champions ticket, to get the entry into this, and then from then on you can just spend and spend and spend and spend. Whereas someone else who has grinded tickets for maybe a couple of weeks, or just bought tickets themselves and tried to place high in some of these things and get, say, like 2 or 3 or even 1 in multiple of these tournaments during the week, they hit the Champions Arena and they hit their 4, 5, 10 maybe attacks. They should be getting that benefit from working hard during the week, not just hitting that 1 ticket and then dropping loads of coins just to rank yourself up and get some. It just really devalues the competition. And I know this is very much a widespread issue in Road to Survival, in terms of there isn't really that much competition in the game. When it comes to war, it isn't really about skill or strength in your own ability. It's more just how much you have spent on the game and how much time you're willing to put into it on those weekends. But hopefully, you'd hope at least there would be some sort of competition in this game at some level at some point. And arenas, I thought, really did have that potential. I still do think it has that potential. It's just, what's the thing that they're going to concentrate on the most? Good level of gameplay with high levels of competition, which Champions Arena really could become, or just that 250 coins enter button. I understand what they want to do. They want to make money. It makes perfect sense. But you can make money in the 5 tournaments during the week. Not necessarily the last one. The last one should be what you've achieved during the week. Because, like I said, someone could just do 6 entries, get that milestone, and just drop the rest of the entries on coins, which just doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, that's the way it is, I guess. But that's it for my video. Have you been having issues with Champions Arena? I would contact support. There was initially thousands of people in divisions. My division is now down to like 40. I think people are holding off attacking. I generally do an opening couple of hours because I don't know whether the opening hour the teams are worse. I don't really know how it works. The teams I get matched with doesn't make any sense to me just yet, but hopefully Arenas gets fixed. I'm going to say what I said last time I was talking about the issues. It has a lot of potential to be actually pretty decent, pretty fun, but at the moment it's just not there. It really does pretty much represent the rest of the game in Road to Survival, where it just, you know, that last 5 to 10% really does affect the overall enjoyment and just, I don't know, the direction a lot of these things go, unfortunately, at the moment. But that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.